Up in flames, students run to safety after their school bus catches fire in the middle of the Garden State Parkway.
Plus, slow start. Summer rentals at the Jersey Shore just being snatched up at a slower rate than in past years. Could impact the price you pay for your summer vacation.
Decoding the details, the mysterious mural that could be offering up some clues about Taylor Swift's new album. It's now just hours away from dropping. Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup. It is Thursday, April 18th, 2024.
The Lineup is brought to you by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Erin Coleman. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today, starting with a story we were following as breaking news this morning in West Philadelphia. 2 teens in the hospital after being shot. Now the search is on for whoever did it. NBC 10's Brenna White has the story.
Police say they're searching for at least 2 separate suspects. They say the shell casings came from 2 different guns at that crime scene in West Philadelphia. This happened around 10:30 last night on North Redfield Street. Police say a 17-year-old flagged down an officer after he was shot in the shoulder. They took him to the hospital where he is stable. They also found another 17-year-old at the scene, shot in the chest. At last check, he was in surgery in critical condition. Our cameras captured detectives marking over 40 shell casings, which police say came from both a semi-automatic handgun and a semi-automatic rifle. Those bullets hit 3 parked cars and 1 went through a woman's window. Police say she's lucky she wasn't shot.
A bullet did go through a second-floor bedroom window in the 100 block of North Redfield. And when police went inside the property to check on the residents, they found the female who stated she was laying in bed in that second-floor bedroom when a bullet went through her bedroom window and then lodged in the wall.
Police say they found cameras on multiple homes throughout the area. They're hoping those surveillance videos can help them track down the suspects. Reporting from police headquarters, Brenna White, NBC 10 News.
Our thanks to Brenna for that. President Biden's 3-day visit to Pennsylvania ends today with a stop in Philadelphia.
The president has an event planned for this afternoon. Yesterday, he spent time in Pittsburgh and announced plans to triple tariffs on Chinese steel and aluminum imports. Spoke to members of the United Steelworkers Union about the planned tax increase. Biden also visited his hometown of Scranton earlier this week. Pennsylvania remains a key swing state in this year's presidential election. Officials in Marple Township say they caught a coyote that had people on high alert.
And now neighbors fear a different coyote may still be in the area. Police say this is a picture of it. The news comes and the new alert comes days after police say a coyote snatched a woman's dog in Broomall. Police say they've set up traps around the area, but they're asking neighbors to be extra vigilant, especially with children and small pets. Certainly very scary.
I know.
Still in that area. All right, the ride home from school turned into a terrifying event for students in Cape May County on Wednesday.
Just look at what happened to their school bus after it burst into flames. It all happened around 2:30 yesterday afternoon along the Garden State Parkway in Upper Township. 10 students and the driver were on board that school bus when it suddenly caught fire. Fortunately, everyone got out safely, and before rescue crews even arrived on scene, it took crews about 2 hours to put out the flames and get this all under control. Imagine seeing that from the road, too.
No.
How scary that would be.
Thank goodness all the kids got off okay.
Oh, right? Exactly. Swifties, they're eagerly awaiting the release of Taylor Swift's new album. Up next, the mysterious mural that could be offering up some clues.
We are back in 30 seconds. Don't go away.
Here we go.
Here I go again on my own.
Introducing the all-new TD Clear credit card with no late fees and no interest, just a simple monthly fee. That's predictability, even when expenses aren't.
$4? That's bananas.
It's a pear. Oh, man.
The all-new TD Clear credit card. That's how credit can be unexpectedly human. Call 1-844-TD-CLEAR for details about credit costs and terms.
There are about 5 weeks until Memorial Day.
If you're planning to rent a place at the beach this summer, but you haven't booked it yet, you might find a few more options than you might expect. NBC 10's Jersey Shore Bureau reporter Ted Greenberg shows us why.
Carmine Timoneri is making sure this house in Long Beach Township is rental ready.
We actually have a rental group coming in next week.
The 7-bedroom beach block home is one of 3 that Carmine and his family own on LBI. They rent them all out, but when it comes to bookings for the summer of 2024, they've noticed a trend.
The inquiries coming through have been less.
Now they're just kind of back to pre-pandemic booking process. We're seeing a slower start to the rental season, to people booking.
Dwayne Watlington owns shore rental websites for properties on Long Beach Island, Ocean City, and the Wildwoods. Compared to this same time in recent years, he says, there's slightly more inventory available for the summer.
There are, a wider selection, so you have some additional houses to pick in some additional weeks. You might be able to get that third week in July now where you couldn't, last year.
What we're seeing is a return to normalcy.
But Watlington says overall there are not a lot of bargains. He says rental rates for the main part of the summer have remained stable compared to the past couple years.
If you're looking for a discount, though, there are deals that can be found in June and September. The demand is still there to get the weeks rented. We have no doubt that we'll rent the weeks, before summer.
A cool down of sorts as the shore ramps up for its busiest time of year. Ted Greenberg, NBC 10 News.
All right, you can still get in there. Hey, tomorrow is the day roller coaster fans in our area have been waiting for.
Yeah, people will get the chance to ride Dorney Park's new coaster for the first time. Look at it. This is Iron Menace. The media got a sneak peek at the new coaster on Wednesday. The ride, built with remnants from nearby Bethlehem steel. It climbs 160 feet, suspends riders for 3 seconds before plummeting vertically at a 95-degree angle. Iron Menace has a top speed of 64 miles an hour. The public will get its first chance to ride the coaster tomorrow night at the charity event that will benefit the Eagles Autism Foundation.
All right.
All right.
Great.
You can learn more about the Eagles Autism Challenge tonight on NBC 10. The show will feature Birds greats Jason Kelsey and Brandon Graham. We also go behind the scenes when the Eagles Autism Foundation visited the Today Show. That's tonight at 7 o'clock right here on NBC 10. Just 1 day away from the release of Taylor Swift's newest album, she calls the Tortured Poets Department.
Yeah, the Swifties are losing it trying to decode a few clues that popped up on the side of a building in Chicago. Check it out. The letters TTPD and the number 13 are all stamped over the mural. Looks like encrypted code. As crews work to finish the mural, dozens of people lined up to try and scan the QR code. Leads to a YouTube short on Swift's page with the message Error 321. The Tortured Poets Department drops tomorrow.
And listen, she's a heck of a marketer. That's what she is. But she has got these Swifties doing whatever the heck she wants. Oh. They will follow her to the sun.
Yeah, in the palm of her hand.
In the palm of her hand.
They're trying to decode this mural. It's not even up yet.
It's not. It's wild.
Jeez.
Kooky, man.
If you have multiple kids in your family, maybe you've noticed a little resentment and added stress lately.
Yeah, right now, birth order and eldest daughter syndrome are the talk of social media. The idea that the order in which a child's born shapes their development and personality has been studied and debated for decades. The New York Times article titled Why Your Big Sister Resents You has older sisters and their loved ones buzzing.
Eldest daughter syndrome is not an official mental health diagnosis. It's a term coined to describe the unique pressures and responsibilities placed onto the oldest daughter in the family.
Whether it's real or imagined, family therapists, and they say that it's normal for children to sometimes have trouble dealing with their own family dynamics, and it's important for parents and siblings to listen to everybody's feelings. That was the oldest of 3 boys. I could definitely feel some of the, not resentment toward my brothers, but they got things earlier than I did. I think my parents were much harder on me than they were them, right?
Yeah.
You're an only child, but you have 2 kids.
But I'm seeing it in my kids, though. And the way my parents, my parents or their grandparents treat them is different than the way they treated me. It's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Have whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same kind of dynamic that you would have
Absolutely.
for younger siblings versus an older sibling.
Yeah.
So,
do you think your son, who's older than your daughter, do you think that he looks at the way your daughter's treated and says, hey, what about this?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But
boy and girl's different, though.
Yeah, but they're boy, girl, and they're very close in age.
Right.
So it's more like a, just a rivalry thing just because.
Yeah, gotcha.
So
gotcha. That's fine.
I don't know. Sheila Watko is the only one that is the eldest daughter in our crew. She said she most certainly felt that.
Absolutely.
But she does not resent her younger siblings.
No. So. Yeah, no resentment. That's for sure.
All right, that does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Aaron Coleman, I'm Keith Jones, but we can get NBC 10 updates right here on the NBC 10 app and catch us weekday mornings from 4 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
See you guys.